We're here. Hello. So this is what I promised today. A lecture about flow, a lecture about surrender, a lecture about allowing. My therapist said something to me, I think it was 2 days ago, that really blew my mind wide open. His name is Thomas Jones. He's brilliant. theparadoxprocess.org if you want to check it out. Anyway, he said, what if you could luxuriate in time and space, knowing beyond a shadow of a doubt that all of your dreams are on the way? What if you could luxuriate in time and space, knowing beyond a shadow of a doubt that your dreams are on the way? Now, he could have just been saying that to me. It's possible that only my dreams are on the way because I'm so special. And there's a little piece of me that likes to think that. There's a little piece of my ego that's like, oh yeah, it's just me. He's just saying that to me because I'm so special. I'm not special. It's not just me. It's not just my dreams that are on the way. Where do you think your dreams came from? Who do you think put your dreams there? Nature. Okay? Your dreams are different from my dreams. So if nature gave you the dream, don't you think that nature also wants to conspire to make it so? Like if your boss assigned you a task at work, don't you think that it would behoove both your boss and you to equip you to execute on the task? Now, unless your boss wants to fire you and is setting you up for failure, but that's a different deal. Okay? And probably not something you want to be working for. So we want to be working for this type of nature, the nature that is conspiring in our favor all the time. Pronoya. Pronoya is the opposite of paranoia. Pronoya is the belief that nature is conspiring in our favor at all times. Now, oftentimes people will be like, well, I'll just hold the vision. I'll just put it on my vision board and then I won't take any action and that'll be it. And I think that's why people get skeptical of manifesting. But in my experience, it doesn't require less work to allow. It doesn't require less work to be in flow state. It just requires an extraordinarily different type of work. In my experience, it requires a huge amount of discipline, a huge amount of bravery, and it requires coming back to the vision, coming back to the vision. What's the dream? What's the priority? I've been coaching someone and she's going through separation, going through a divorce. And in a divorce, it's really easy to for things to get contentious. There's so many feelings, there's so much intensity, there's anger, hurt, betrayal, not feeling acknowledged, logistics, overwhelm, legalities, moving, there's a lot, excuse me, that comes up. And it's so easy to get triggered, to get overwhelmed, to get into a tit for tat, to start fighting, and to lose sight of what you were really going for to begin with. Because you could argue that every single thought you have and every single action that you take in your life is moving you towards greater fulfillment. Yes? Every thought you think and every action you take is moving you towards greater fulfillment. I'm hungry, let me go have a salad and then I will feel better. I'm lonely, let me get on Facebook and then I will feel connected and then I will feel better. I feel scarcity, so let me make some more money and then I will feel secure. Even suicide, right? I'm in so much pain, let me just end it and then I will feel better. Every thought is trying to move us towards greater fulfillment, and that includes divorce, right? So someone had the decision that, all right, well, making this change will move me towards greater fulfillment. And then along the way, it's so easy to get into, like I said, the contentious or the fights or the tit for tat. And then you forgot that the whole point of making the change was to feel better, that the whole point was to create more joy. And so to hold that vision of both people thriving, of both parties loving themselves, loving each other, doing things in an elegant way, to continually hold that vision, even when things are getting triggered, requires an extraordinary amount of discipline. And I mean daily journaling, visualizing, discipline with your words, discipline with how you speak to each other, about each other. And so it's a different type of work than I'm just gonna meet with every lawyer and do all the math and try and get everything I can and defame them and break them down. And that's also work, but it's work that is life-sucking versus work that is life-giving, right? Holding the vision, keeping your heart open even when you're being emotionally triggered, keeping the vision clear even when someone else can't hold it with you, It requires work. And I would argue that it is the most important thing that we can do. Same thing with, let's say you're starting a business or writing a book, okay? Starting a business, right? You have to hold the vision of the company. What problem is this company solving? What kind of company do I want to have? Do I want it to be online, brick and mortar? Like, you're literally creating something out of nothing. And so if you, as the founder, the creator, isn't holding the vision, it's very hard to get nature's support, because it's like you're placing a confusing order to nature. So the more clear we are, the more clear we are with our order, the easier it is for us to get the thing that we want from the restaurant in this analogy. Same thing with a book. You know, who is reading this book? What do I want the impact to be on their lives? And you have to continually mine, vision, vision, vision. But it's so easy, and any writer will tell you this, it's so easy to get caught in the minutia, to get caught in the editing, to be like, oh, well, this word and this sentence, and maybe this should go first or last, because it's easier to do that little fiddly work than it is to actually sit in spaciousness and be an antenna and be a receptacle for divine wisdom and divine guidance to flow through you. To be a true vessel for divine inspiration, we must create spaciousness in our lives. We must first acknowledge that we are an extension of nature, that we are connected to nature, and that's where the allowing piece comes in, right? This like, no good deed goes unpunished. If I don't do it, no one will. I have to work harder. This is a very left brain, egocentric, small self way of going through life. And you can muscle your way to the middle. But if you want to really be on the top of your game, you want to really make some impacts in the world, you want to really, truly, like, sorry for the expression, but like, do God's work. And P.S., my definition of God is the collective consciousness of all that is, right? To be a vessel for divine inspiration, for divine creativity. There is no other way but allowing and flowing and creating spaciousness. And I think that oftentimes we're so scared of that. We're so scared of our own divinity. We're so scared of our own power that we will waste our time and our energy and our resources dealing with the little piddly stuff, because it gives us the illusion of control. Well, if I just answer these 20 emails, if I just spend these next 5 hours, saving myself $400 on my taxes, when instead you could have, spent that $400 on a coach that's helping you define your biggest dreams and vision for your life, or a financial advisor that's helping you set up for a long-term abundance strategy, right? So, and this goes back to creation, maintenance, and destruction. Just the quick Cliff's Notes is we lead with creation, maintenance is naturally in second place, and destruction is naturally in third. And we humans, when we lead with the creation, we start to see results, and then things happen, and we're like, oh my gosh, I'm so powerful. Oh my gosh, I am God pretending to be human. And then we get terrified, and we just try and shut it all down or hold on or maintain. And if we're leading with maintenance, then destruction is nipping at our heels, okay? So this is your reminder. You know this already. There's nothing I'm saying here that is news to you, likely, but this is your reminder to create spaciousness in your life so that you can hear the whispers when they come, to remember that you are an extension of nature, that the universe is inside of you. You are inside of the universe. So the more that we allow and flow and receive guidance, receive help, receive support, receive messages, the easier it's all going to be. And it's going to be more fun. I love y'all. Thank you for joining. All right. Mwah. Goodbye, everyone.